Greetings, fellow adventurers. Timberwolf here of the Diablo 4 adventure. So, a lot has changed in a day or so since my last upload. I've totally changed my outlook on what I want to do with my druid, and he totally is a werewolf. So that really matches the lore of the book that I have, that I wrote, the Talon character in my book, Ivan, because he is a werewolf in there as well. What really changed it for me was during one of the vampire rituals, right? They dropped a very cool item called Mad Wolf's Glee. And Mad Wolf's Glee basically makes the werewolf by default form whenever I'm out in the field fighting. And it also gives me a +3 to all my werewolf powers. That's freaking huge. That turns the werewolf into a murderous tank. And a very viable farming and even end game power. So there are a couple of more uniques that I really like that would really make this build shine and make it super powered. One of them being the Crone's Staff, because that will allow my basic attack to also be a lightning attack, which is amazing. And then the other is the Tempest Roar Helmet. The Tempest Roar Helmet, which is one of the hardest things for a druid to find. And what that does is that turns the other storm skills that we have, like my core storm skills, like for example, the lightning strike, into werewolf skills, which means that they will benefit from all my werewolf boons as well, which makes them twice as good. So yeah, those will be huge. But as it is right now, this is a pretty powerful build that I've got going right now. It's pretty much just a werewolf poison. Although I did also in one of those vampire incidents pick up the Frostburn gauntlets. So I figured, hey, what the heck? Give me some freezing power on top of everything else. That's pretty cool. And then I've got the Erida's Inexorable Will, which this is pretty cool because this pulls in enemies when I use my ultimate skill. Now for my ultimate skill, I'm still using Calamity, or Cataclysm rather. It's still, the most effective ultimate skill in my opinion. Even though I could use this one, Lacerate, which is a werewolf skill, so, that does some serious damage, but to me it seems Cataclysm just does more overall, and I think it's just because I still have some buffs on my lightning strike. So this tends to still seems to be the right one to choose. I might be wrong, but we'll see what happens. And then down here, right now I've got Lupine's Ferocity. Every 6 werewolf skill hit critically strikes and deals 70% increased damage. The only reason I'm doing that, I normally would have chose which one? Nature's Fury. But see, the problem with that is, since my main attack that I'm using, my main attacks are werewolf skills, I'm not really triggering the Nature's Fury, because I'd have to be using Storm and see. So I would put Nature's Fury on if I get that helm, because then, like I said, my core storm attacks would become werewolf attacks at that point, and so then Nature's Fury would work. But as it is right now, this is what I'm working with, and honestly, I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this, and this is why I'm at level 61, and I'm already considering jumping up to Torment. I'm doing it again. So yeah, let's see if we can do it. So to go to Torment, I'm gonna go from Kielvashad. Where the hell is that place? There it is. I got it marked Fallen Temple, so I'm going to go to Fate's Retreat. Now you've seen me conquer this in the earlier levels with my rogue, my Frost Viper. So now, see that? You know what's just dumb about this though? I wish I would be in werewolf form even when walking around town. That would be awesome. Instead of, going back into this morphing back to human form, but as you know, still, you know, it is what it is. Whatever. I don't know what that's all about. Diablo, Blizzard. What's the deal with that? Really? Anyways, all right, let's just go. Now the Crone Staff, which is very important for what I'm trying to do, that Vashon drops. He's the boss that you find over by the Tree of Whispers. I've tried farming him several times. He hasn't dropped it yet. But whatever. It can, of course, like everything else, drop in other places. So you know, it can drop in, like, for example, the vampire rituals. Anything can drop there. And it's just because of the high drop rate, right? Because you got so many, you know, bosses all being killed by a group of people. So, you know, that's why that's a great event to farm. And I'm going to continue to farm that one, too. But if you want to target certain things, like if I want the staff, I want to target Vashon. But you know what? The vampire rituals, because I'm also picking up whispers from doing the events in the vampire area. And so when you get whispers, you have the opportunity to get certain items, like, for example, the gurgling head, which is something I need desperately in order to farm Vashon.
This place is cursed.
And then the other item that I was talking about, the Tempest Roar, that one you can either farm like areas that have lots of cultists. I heard is a good place to do. Anyone that, you know, or like just go through the hell rifts, the hell tide rather, and I remember this. Go through the hell tide and open up a lot of those chests. But other than that, Turiel's the boss that drops the Tempest Roar. So you can farm him as well. And right now, it's still considered the double drop. So there's a double the normal chance for him to drop uniques. It's right now during the holidays, so it's a good time to farm Duriel. Sorry. So that's another reason why I want to jump up to Torment. So, and of course, like, you know, the higher experience rate. Once you pass level 60, nightmares is way too damn slow. I know a lot of people are like, well, you know, start farming nightmare dungeons. Yeah, I guess, but those are boring. Honestly, it's like this place is boring as hell. I don't like being indoors in Diablo 4. I like being outside. That's why I love farming the vampire events. Now, one of the skills that I've been really making good use out of is Prey on the Weak, which it does well with Metamorphosis because Prey on the Weak makes vulnerable enemies easier for me, and a vampire afflicted with somebody afflicted with a vampire curse is considered vulnerable. So all I got to do is dash right through them, make them vulnerable, and then they'll go down a lot quicker that way. I could of course use the skill, the first touch skill, if that's what it's called, but the problem with that is it's a very, very tax-hungry skill, and I would have to sacrifice some of my other abilities in order to use that one. So for me, this works well. Zipping through them. You know, I'm still getting a lot of these guys infected. In fact, killed 200 rabies. How did I do that? Interesting. I do use rabies on occasion, but it's one of those skills that only, you know, it has a cooldown, so it's not usually a go-to. I usually use it to hit bosses. You know, it helps them go down quicker, because then, you know, they're afflicted with rabies, and then they'll go ahead and hurt them too. Several different debilitating conditions. for all that put out. The shred core skill is a really nice one, but again, it's just really power hungry. You can only use it a couple of times and you're already out of spirit. There we go. Yep, there's that frost burn. Making itself useful. Now my werewolf does seem slower than my normal human druid. I don't know if it's just me thinking he's slower, because maybe just because he's so big and kind of has that awkward gait to him. Maybe I just think he's running slower, but I don't know, he seems slower. I wonder if it's just because you lose some of the other armor benefits because you're technically not wearing it anymore. I'm not sure if that's what happens. I don't know. But as you can see, nobody's really giving me any trouble here. Of course, I'm just fighting regular enemies and the regular elites, no boss yet, but I mean, look at that. I've got like, you know, half my health is almost 45 there. That's pretty cool. Okay, we got these tough guys, huh? Oh, I remember this. You know what? I keep on forgetting this area. This area had those dudes that were hammering the crap out of them. I remember that now. Yeah, I think I'll run into them afterwards. They're the ones that have the animus on them, or animus, whatever that is. Oh, and this little thing that follows you, these little fireballs are darkness attacks. Just watch out for those. Saw it just there. Holy moly. Time for another, yeah. The other stone. Sank both and really and stuff. How am I missing? Did I walk right past the rock I'm supposed to pick up? I don't remember seeing it glowing on the ground anywhere. And they usually indicate it with a little square or diamond symbol and let you know it's there. Look, we completed that.
I must wait a moment.
So why do I have something debilitating on me? Oh, that's... okay. Probably shouldn't use that. So that affliction of the fallen temples apparently just makes you sick, or like, yeah, makes you lose health over time. Oh, so I had to touch this trigger everybody. Should we try the other attack? What the hell? I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. Pop, pop, bink, bink, bink. Okay. So next time... we do an ultimate attack, it's going to be a werewolf attack. Just for ha-has. Yeah, not really all that impressed, honestly. Let's take that out. Put the other one back. Back to Calamity. That seems a lot more effective. It's got a bigger area attack. The other one seemed kind of concentrated, and honestly, it didn't really have a lot of damage power. You know, the Calamity lasts a while. So it has a tendency to hit a lot more baddies.
I must wait
that guy's all together. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, I was still dealing with that mob with the other attack. But much better.
wait a minute.
Rabies is a good attack too. Takes him down pretty quick.
I'm not ready yet.
A little more damage. This little technique on Bashan, and it works very well on him, where I just dash through him. But it also makes him more susceptible to damage. So. Main event.
Wait a moment.
Yes. Fallen Temple's down. I'm still level 61. Sweet. Well, here comes Torment. I got blood on my fur. How cool is that? Okay. I turned back into... There's still blood on me. Oh my god. Okay. And as you've observed me before, with my rogue, I find a good gauge to determine whether or not I can safely farm on Torment once I've unlocked it. Is what I'll do is I'll jump up there, and then I'll just, before I do that, let me just see if I have any abilities I can activate here. Okay, that sounds good. Okay. I'll head out this way and hook a quick left after the bridge, and I'll fight some of those blight fiends. And speaking of which, what's my resistance is looking like now? Not terrible, not terrible. They're not great, but they're not like absolutely dire. At least they're all on over 40. So as I get better gear, I'll make them even better.
I'm not ready yet.
Where you going? Where are you going? Get over here. Get over here. Alright, everybody, that's right. I'll go down.
must wait a moment.
Gotcha. Okay. As expected, it's tough. It's tough, but I think it's manageable. I don't think I would want to take on that big dude red dude right now. That's going to be a little hazardous to my health, I think. But it's okay. I can work with this. Let's go ahead and pop that chest forward here. So obviously, next thing to do is head to Vampire World. Okay, which is still in progress. We'll see how we fare against these guys, since this is the main farming area. Oh yeah, this is nothing. This is a cakewalk. If I can farm this area like this on Torment, I am happy. I am happy. And of course, the great thing about this place is that you're going to constantly come across other players who are going to help you as well. So that's always a plus, especially when you go to do the ritual. Where, of course, all the, ooh, what was that? Somebody got some poison damage going on there, and was pretty sad. So, first thing I'm going to be doing is looking for a way to get some better gear. But yeah, it's all uphill from here. So you get the idea. Appreciate you joining me again. And happy Yule, everybody, and we'll see you on the flip side.